Welcome in, welcome in. How is everybody doing? To all of my single mamas, overworked executives, all my entrepreneurs, everyone wanting to learn how to make money online, welcome in, welcome in. As you guys are coming in, go ahead and let me know where you're joining from. Hey Fizz, how you doing? Acro, how you doing? Jen, welcome in. Vlad, welcome in. As you guys are coming in, go ahead and drop what city you're logging in from. Let me know where you guys are at. Are you guys on the East Coast, West Coast? Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Let me know in the comment section. As you guys are coming in, go ahead and start TAPing the screen. Let's get this up to 10,000 hearts, you guys. Once we're up to 10,000 hearts, I'm going to go ahead and open up some spots, okay? Welcome in, user. How you doing? Kenny, welcome in. Proverbs 31, thank you so much for the love. Lollipop loves, how you doing? Rita, welcome in. Okay, you guys, as you guys are coming in, let me know if you guys are brand new to me. If you're new to me, drop a 1 in the chat. If you've been on one of my lives before, you guys go ahead and drop a 2 in the chat. That means you're an OG. All my OGs drop a 2 and all my newbies drop a 1. Hey Rita, how you doing, love? Blessings, welcome in. Hey Reggie, how you doing? Okay, so as people are starting to join, you guys, let me know where you guys are logging in from. You guys on the East Coast, West Coast, where y'all at? For all of my new people that are coming in, this is kind of how I run my lives, okay? How I run my lives is way different than most people. I like to engage in the chat, and the reason I engage in my chat is because I could teach you guys many different ways, right? There's many pathways to 6 figures. There's many ways to do it. And so there's not always a one size fits all. So when you guys talk back to me, how you doing? Welcome in. When you guys talk back to me, it allows you guys to be able to retain the information that I'm talking to you guys about. Okay. So it's kind of the same thing as when you have a college professor in the front of the classroom, right? Say you take a college class and there's a college professor in the front of the room. When he's up there teaching, you guys aren't just staring at him, right? You're taking notes. Why are you taking notes? So that you can retain the information that he's giving you a whole lot better, okay? So the reason I ask you to talk back to me is so I know what information you guys need to be able to start learning how to make income in the online space. So I currently do anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 in a day from my phone, you guys. I've done faceless digital marketing. I've done regular digital marketing. I've done service-based businesses, and I've done physical products. So I can teach you guys many different ways to make 6 figures. I've also done coaching, but I need to know where you guys are at, right? And so that way you guys are getting the most valuable information, and I'm not just up here teaching what you guys don't want to already know, okay? So welcome into everybody that's new. Now that people are joining the live, go ahead and drop a 1 in the chat, you guys. If you're brand new to me, drop a 1 in the chat. Drop a 2 in the chat, you guys, if you've been on one of my lives before. Let me see how many newbies we have. Let me see how many OGs we have in the house. Okay, so I got a couple 1s. Okay, welcome in, welcome in. Do I have any OGs on the live? I saw a couple people on there. Hey Trip, how you doing, love? How you doing? What's my favorite? So my favorite, I would say, is face forward, but that's only because I'm used to it now. When I first got started, y'all, I didn't want to show my face, right? I did my first 6 figures without ever showing my face. Okay. So where are all my shy bees at? Everybody that is shy and you're like, girl, I would love to learn what you do, but I don't want to show my face. Drop a 1 in the chat if that's you. Drop a 1 if you're shy, if you're introverted. Maybe you don't have any tech skills, right? Drop a 1 in the chat if that's you. And I got you because you said I just sent you a message back. Okay, I'll check it, love. When I get off the live, I'll check it. But if you don't have any tech skills, you guys, that's okay. I already built the system for you. So when I first got started in digital marketing, you guys, I didn't have any tech skills either. So I was just like you guys. Okay, cool. So basically, for everybody that's new, my name is Coach Stephanie, and I've been in the entrepreneurship space about 5 years. When I first got started, you guys, the whole world was shut down, okay? COVID was going around and I got fired from my corporate job. I didn't have any utilities. They were literally about to be cut off. And I had to look at my kid and wonder how I was going to feed him because I was fired. And in that moment, I was at my lowest low. Welcome in, everybody. We have almost 300 people in the room, you guys. Start TAPing the screen. Once we get up to 10,000 hearts, you guys, I'm going to bless a couple people on this live, okay? So for everybody that's joining, make sure that you're following me. Hit that follow button. Once you guys scroll off of TikTok, you might not ever see me again, okay? TikTok's algorithm is crazy like that, so make sure we're connected, okay? So when I got fired from my corporate job, you guys, I was at my lowest low. How many of you guys have been in a situation where you're like, girl, I've been there before. I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. Drop a one in the chat. You're like, I didn't know how I was going to pay my rent. I was let go from my job. I didn't know how that relationship was going to happen, right? Drop a one in the chat if that's you. Tell the truth and shame the devil, right? There's so many people on here. I know you guys have been through the same situation. Yep. Come on now. 111. Right. So in that moment, God spoke to me, you guys, because I was boohooing and crying and sitting on my bedroom floor, bawling out to God, asking him, what am I supposed to do, right? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to feed my kid? And he said, Stephanie, you need to start a business. And in that moment, I immediately got angry at God. Why did I get angry at God? Because I was looking for a quick fix, right? How many of you guys need a quick fix right now? Drop a 2 in the chat if you're like, girl, been there. I need a quick fix in my finances. I need a quick fix in my relationship. These babies are driving me crazy. They need a quick fix, right? Okay, 222, right? Like we've all been there, right? We've all been there. So that's what I got angry at God for, because I didn't have time to start a business. I needed that eviction notice up off my door. But you see, a lot of times, let me coach you for just a second, okay? A lot of times, God isn't going to speak to you from where you're at right now. If he was to speak to you from where you're at right now, you're going to be still stuck in your mess. So he needs to elevate you, and he needs you to look at your future so he could pull you up out of the mess that you're in and get you to your future. So he wasn't talking to me about the eviction notice. He wasn't talking to me about me losing my job. He was trying to show me the vision that he had for my life, because what you focus on appreciates, okay? What you focus on gets bigger. So if you're only focusing on the problem, your problems are going to get bigger. If you focus on where you want to go in life, what the vision is that you want to obtain, now you got your mind fixed on things in the future. Now you're going to start elevating, because your body is going to come into alignment with the vision that God has for you, okay? So that's where I was at. So I finally said, you know what, God? Okay, I submit myself to you. Show me what to do. You guys, by the end of my first year in business, I ended up starting an apparel company, a Christian apparel company. I was selling hoodies, hats, t-shirts, jogger sets, all of the things. By the end of my first year in business, you guys, I did $750,000 in sales. Now, if you would have told me this 5 years ago, I would have been like, you're crazy. There's no way that I can do that. I was a single mama, no experience, eviction notice on my door. I had to figure it out, or I had to figure it out, okay? So I was in the same position as probably many of you right now, not knowing what I was going to do, okay? This is what I do want to say to you guys. No matter what situation you're in right now, it's always figure outable. But what are you willing to do to get out of the mess that you're in and get into the future that God has for you? Okay. So I did that business for 4 years, you guys. I worked 15 hours a day for 4 years straight. Me and my kid was 14 years old when I brought him into the building. Hey, Yolanda, how you doing, beautiful? My kid was 14 years old when I brought him into the apparel company. We were in the trenches grinding it out together. Thank you so much, love. 15 hours a day for 4 years. So about 1 year ago, a little bit over a year ago, I told God, I can't do this anymore. You guys, I literally was seeing $100,000 months inside of my apparel business, but we were glued to the warehouse because all of the orders that were coming in, we had to package them up and ship them out, okay? Hey, Jimmy, how you doing, love? How you doing? So we had to package them up and ship them out, right? And so I said, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't care how much money I'm making. My life and my purpose and my relationship with my kid is being put on the back burner. How many of you guys on this live right now, be real and raw with me, okay? Because the more real you're with me, the more I can help you, and I know what direction to teach tonight, okay? How many of you guys right now, if you were being being honest with yourself. You're working 8, 10, 12, 14 hours a day, drop a 1 in the chat, and you feel like all you do is work. You feel like your purpose is on the back burner. You have no life practically because all you're doing is working to pay bills. And it seems like you could never get ahead. You keep taking 2 steps forward and 4 steps back, right? Yep. 100%. You see, that's where I was at. And so I was so tired of working and never living life. And that's what happens in these jobs, you guys, right? That's what happens in these jobs is these jobs, they're only there to pay you just enough to stay broke and to keep making them rich. And you have to depend on them because you can't get ahead. So every check that you get is just enough to pay the bills and to make it to the next paycheck. How you ever going to make a change in your life if every job that you get, all you're doing is paying bills? Make it make sense. But this is the lie that society has tried to sell us, that if we go to college, get a college degree, after we graduate, we're then going to go find a perfect job, right? Well, let me tell you something. Once you graduate from college and you're hundreds of thousands of dollars in school debt, now you got to go work for somebody to make them rich, still working an hourly paycheck, still working for somebody that doesn't care about you, still working to get that 50-cent raise, still giving them all your time and you never see your family. That is not the way that God intended your life to be, okay? Right now in 2026, you guys have the ability to make 500. Thank you so much, Yolanda. I appreciate you, boo. You have the ability to make $500 to $1,000 days. Okay. Right now, I'm making $30,000 in a month, you guys, working super part-time. Imagine if I went full force. Okay. But I have another business that I'm working on, so I only do it part-time. Imagine, no problem, love. Imagine if you guys got started and 30, 60, 90 days from now, your life looked totally different, okay? So this is what I want you to do. I'm about to break down the 3 ways that you can start making income from your phone, okay? So 1 year ago, I got into digital marketing. I walked away from my apparel business because I didn't want to do 15-hour days again, okay? Stick with me about 60 seconds and I'm going to get to the good part, okay? So I walked away from my apparel company, and once we get up to 10,000 hearts, you guys, I'm going to bless 5 people on the live, okay? So get me up to 10,000 hearts and I'm going to bless 5 people on the live, okay? So about one and a half years ago, I walked away from the apparel company and I got into digital marketing. I changed the physical products for digital products, okay? So once I did that, I didn't want to show my face. Remember earlier, I asked you guys on the live, how many of you guys want to do faceless, right? And thank you so much. And a lot of you guys said, me, I don't want to show my face. I didn't want to show my face either. I was ashamed I was walking away from my business, and I said to myself, what if this doesn't work, right? I don't want everybody to know that I failed. So I went faceless. Within my first 2.5 weeks of jumping into digital marketing faceless, I did my first $10,000, you guys. I then went on to do my first $100,000 completely faceless. Never showed my face, didn't do any videos, didn't do any lives, okay? So you need to understand that no matter what it is that you want in life, there's a pathway to it, okay? That girl Ryan said, step 2, be afraid of failure. Come on, preach, girl. Preach, listen. So when I walked away and I got into digital marketing, I didn't know what was going to happen, but I did know this. I knew that if I took action, that God was going to breathe on my business, okay? And not everybody's journey is the same. I have some people that get into digital marketing with no following. Michaela said, did you already have a following? I only had about 1,200 followers when I got into digital marketing, you guys. And those followers, you guys, was DEAD, meaning those followers were not my target audience. Why? Because I had a Facebook account, you guys, for 10 years that had nothing to do with digital marketing. It was people that I knew from my past. So there was nobody there that was a following that would rock with me, okay? I implemented a 3-step strategy for faceless, and it started working, and I kept scaling it. And I actually teach this inside of my program, okay? So now I did that for the first 6 months. Thank you so much, Brenda. I did that for the first 6 months faceless. Then everybody started begging me to coach. So then I jumped into coaching and I started teaching people how to do faceless marketing. Okay. Now I have 3 different communities, you guys. I've coached 500 plus people in the online space, done multiple 6 figures in the online space, and I created my own program. Okay. So you might be saying, that's awesome. How do I do it, right? How do I start making income in the online space? All right. So these are the 3 things. Hey, Cheryl, how you doing, love? These are the 3 things that you need to do to start making income. Go ahead and drop a 3 in the chat, you guys. Okay, I see you guys already got me up to 10K. Awesome. I'm about to break it down right now, okay? So drop a 3 in the chat, and I'm about to break down Barney style so everybody can understand, even if you're brand new, exactly what you need to do today when you walk away from this live. I want you guys to have tangible instructions that you can do to start making money, okay? Because there's too much money out here for only a couple people to be getting it. Everybody can get a piece of the pie, okay? Awesome. I see you. Good job, class. Okay, so for the first thing, hey, beautiful, the first thing that you guys are going to need in the online space to start making money is you're going to need a product to sell. Everywhere you go in life, they're selling us stuff, right? We go to the gas station, they're selling us gas. We go to the food store, they're selling us food. We go to the mall, they're selling us apparel, they're selling us phones, they're selling us all these things. So instead of being a consumer, because that's what it's called as a consumer, we're now going to flip it on its head. Thank you, Garden Fairy. I appreciate you. We're now going to flip it on its head and we're going to become a producer. So now we're going to have a product to sell. What you need to sell is a digital product. Okay. So number 1, drop digital product in the chat. Digital product. Some of you guys might be like, well, Coach Stephanie, I don't know what a digital product is. Thank you for the love, you guys. I don't know what a digital product is. A digital product is a guide, a master class, an ebook, a class, a course. It's anything digital that you could package up and solve somebody's problem, okay? So you need a digital product, all right? That's number 1. That's what's going to pull in sales 24/7. I want you guys to make more money in your sleep than you do on your feet, okay? Once you guys are pulling in sales 24/7, now the anxiety goes. Now you guys have choices in life. Now your life quality gets better. It gets upgraded, okay? So that's number 1. Number 2 is you need systems, okay? Drop systems in the chat. When you guys have systems in place, those are also what's called automations, okay? So automations is basically this. Somebody goes to your website, you have your digital product. Good job, class. You have your digital product, okay? They go to your website to purchase, but maybe it's 3 a.m. in the morning and maybe it's a Sunday night and you're knocked out because you got to clock in tomorrow. How are they going to get the digital product if you're knocked out and you're sleeping? Your automations. So your automations are going to do all of the heavy lifting for you. They're going to close that sale for you, collect the money from the customer, and your automations are going to send the digital product to your customer. So now you're waking up to sales. Now you're waking up to moolah, to paper, to cheese, to dough, right? That's what we want. So that's number 2, systems, okay? The third thing that you guys are going to need in the online space to make a whole lot of money, and I'm not talking about rinky-dink little money. We're talking about big business. We're talking about big payouts. We're talking about replacing our jobs so that we don't have to do 8, 10, 12 hours a day anymore, okay? The third thing that you're going to need is you're going to need a coach. Okay. Aw, thank you for the corgi. I appreciate you, love. You're going to need a coach. Okay. Go ahead and drop coach in the chat. The reason you're going to need a coach is not if you get stuck, but when you get stuck. Let me tell you, when I got into digital marketing, you guys, I didn't have a coach and I was confused. I was lost. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. It wasn't until I invested into my first coach that they broke it down to me exactly exactly what I needed to do. And then I started implementing it because a coach is going to collapse time for you. Welcome in, Brenda. Welcome in. A coach is going to collapse time for you. Okay. So all the mistakes I made, you'll never have to make. All the mistakes my coaches made that taught me, you'll never have to make. You'll be able to get to the end destination, which is success, a whole lot faster than if you were out here trying to do it on your own. Okay. So you guys have learned the 3 things that you need to make income. Number 1, a digital product. Number 2, systems. And number 3, a coach. Okay. Now that you guys have learned all the things you need to do to make income in the online space, how many of you guys want to see receipts? Somebody dropped earlier in the comments, receipts, right? How many of you guys want to see inside of my program, all the people making $500 days, $1,000 days? Drop receipts in the chat. How many of you guys want to see people making $3,000 days? I just had a client of mine sign a $35,000 client that she did in one day. In one day, you guys, okay? And I'm talking about all different backgrounds. Good job, receipts, yep. I'm talking about all different backgrounds. I'm talking about I have teachers in my program. A lot of healthcare workers are running to digital marketing. I have doctors in my program. You might say, girl, hold on. Why you got doctors in your program? They're already making 6 figures. You know why? Doctors are tired, and healthcare workers are tired of working 12-hour shifts. They're still clocking in for somebody else's practice unless they have their own practice. They're still clocking in, working 12, 14 hours a day. And if we're making doctor salary online, only working half the time, why in the world wouldn't you want to jump in? Why wouldn't you want to learn these skills? People are flooding to learn these high income earning skills because listen to this. You don't have to leave your job. You can stay at that job until you replace your income. And that's what I tell everybody. Let me ask this one question, then I'm going to bring you into my community and show you the receipts, okay? What would be the monthly salary that you guys would need in order to replace your job? If you're like Coach Stephanie, drop it in the chat. If you're like Coach Stephanie, I only need $10,000 to replace my job. If I could make that consistently online, I'll tell my job deuces. Drop the number in the chat that you would need in order to replace your job, that you would be comfortable, okay? Yolanda said 7K. Okay, good. Inma said 10K. 5K, 10K. Okay, good. These are very doable numbers. Sierra said 10. Archangel said 25, 6, 8. Okay, good. These are all doable numbers, okay? I currently do 30K in a month from my phone part-time, all right? One of my students jumped in to digital marketing. She had 0 following, didn't even have a TikTok account. Okay, I see all the numbers. Yep. She didn't even have a TikTok account, you guys. I showed her how to do the TikTok account, how to set it all up. Within her first 2 weeks, you guys, she made $7,000. Brand new, never did digital marketing. She was working 2 jobs as a single mama. I met her at church and she finally jumped in after watching me for 2 years. Okay, so you guys can do it. It doesn't matter if you have no following. It doesn't matter if you have tech experience. It doesn't matter if you have no sales experience. It doesn't matter if you don't want to show your face or not. I can literally show you many different pathways to 6 figures. Okay, DB girl said, wow, I know that's right. That's how I felt too. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys inside my community. I'm going to show you all of the receipts. Okay, after I show you guys the receipts, then I'm going to show you inside of my program what you guys will get included if you jump in, and I'm going to show you how you can get started for $0 down. And because I'm a woman of my word, I said I would bless 5 people if we got up to 10K hearts, right? So I'm also going to bless 5 people with $2,900 worth of bonuses for the first 5 people that jump in. Okay, so let me show you guys inside of my community. If you guys have questions, just ask them in the chat and I'll try to monitor the chat. Okay, so this is my community, you guys, right here. And do you see the different tabs right here, you guys? I'm going to click on each tab so that you guys know it's not a screenshot, okay? Let me click on a couple, and you're going to notice this down here change, okay, when I click on it. So it changed. Let me click on tech support. These are all different areas that I have inside of my community, okay? So let me go here to the wins tab, all right? And I want to show you people that are winning. Okay, so Heather said, I just made a $500 sale on her live. So she just made $500 in a day. Okay, $1,700 in 24 hours. Do you know how long it would have taken me at my job to make $1,700? 2 weeks. And in one day, 24 hours. Shout out to Chrissy for her second sale, okay? And I'm so proud of Chrissy because Chrissy created her own program. She started selling her program that she was passionate about, and she just got her second sale, okay? Brenda said, I joined the school group from your bio. Okay, that's my free community, love, but that's not what I'm talking about, okay? Heather said, do the live. She just made another $500 right here. Shout out to Heather for $2,000 in 4 days. So Heather just made $2,000, you guys, in 4 days. It would have taken me 2 weeks to make that at my job. She just did that in 4 days. All right. Shout out to Heather for another sale, 1,700 in 24 hours. Judy said, I just made $600 in 24 hours. Okay. Heather said, I got another customer from my live. That's $500 that she just made in 24 hours. Lauren said $900 sale while I was hanging with my friend. So she just made $900 in 1 day. This is my client that actually signed a $35,000 client in 1 day. 1 day, she got a $35,000 client. Okay. 1,700 in 24 hours, $1,100 day yesterday. Chance said 2 more sales on my faceless page. So for all of you faceless girlies and all of you faceless guys that don't want to show your face, I will teach you how to do faceless, okay? Consistent sales coming in on my faceless page, $3,000 day yesterday, 1,300 in 24 hours, another sale on my faceless page, okay? Shout out to Coach Judy for another sale, 1,800 in 24 hours, got another sale. Judy said I got a total win, which was another sale. Evie got 3 sales, you guys. Evie is making anywhere from 1 to 5 sales per day, you guys. 1,500 in an hour and a half. Shout out to Chappelle for another sale. Okay. Carlos said, I got my first sale. Shout out to Chance on another sale. All right. So those are just a few of the wins inside of my community. Now I'm going to show you guys what you get included inside of my program. Okay. So inside of my program, it's called Quick Cash Creator. You guys make sure you're following me up here. Hit that plus button, because if you scroll off my page, you might not ever see me again because TikTok is crazy. Okay. So my program is called Quick Cash Creator. Inside of my program, I have 5 core programs that you guys are going to get included, okay? The first thing I'm going to teach you inside of my program is how to pick your profitable niche. Once you know what your most profitable niche is, now you know how to create your content, and now you know what digital products will be profitable for you, okay? So I teach you how to do that. The second thing that I'm going to teach you, if you're one of those people that are like, Coach Stephanie, I would love to learn how to create my own digital products. Maybe you want to create faith-based products. Maybe you want to create products that has to do with maybe the relationship niche, maybe the wealth niche, maybe the health and fitness niche. Maybe you're into working out and health and fitness, okay? So I teach you how to create your own digital products as well. The next thing that you're going to learn inside of my program is I'm going to teach you how to get up and running within 24 hours. I don't want you guys out here taking 1 week to get started, 2 weeks to get started, right? No, Vegas, I have my own program, love. I have my own program. So I don't want you guys out here taking forever to get started. So I want you up and running within 24 hours, okay? The name of my program, Yessie, is called Quick Cash Creator, okay? So the third thing that you're going to get included is my triple threat traffic system. In order to get sales around the clock, you need a whole lot of traffic, okay? So I'm going to teach you how to drive massive traffic to your digital products so that you guys can get massive sales, okay? The next thing that you're going to get included inside of my program is what's called the Content Auto Cash Accelerator. Inside of my Content Auto Cash Accelerator, I'm going to teach you how to batch create 30 30 days worth of content. If you're one of those people that are like, girl, I don't know how to create content, that's okay. I'm going to show you how to do that, okay? So that's the 5 things that you get included inside of my program, all right? Now, these are the bonuses that I promised you 5 people that I was going to bless today with $2,900 worth of bonuses, okay? So the first bonus that I'm going to gift to the first 5 people, thank you so much, Brenda, is my audience deep dive framework, okay? This is going to teach you how to connect to your audience. This is probably one of the most important things when you guys get into the online space. And after you guys take my audience deep dive framework, you're going to have anywhere from 70 to 100 pages worth of content that's all targeting your dream ideal clients. So you're never going to be out here guessing, okay? You're going to know exactly what type of content to create. The second bonus that I'm going to gift to the first 5 people that jump in is my conversion cure. A lot of people say, Coach Stephanie, I don't think anybody in my audience wants to buy, but that's not the truth. You just don't know the right language to activate them to buy, okay? So inside of my conversion cure, I teach you 5 micro steps to turn 63% of your not ready leads into buyers, okay? The third bonus that I'm going to gift to you guys is I'm going to gift you guys my profit pipeline email marketing system. This is super crucial when it comes to building your business. You want longevity in your business. You want a business that lasts a long time and it's sustainable. Then you have to build an email list, because these are going to be people that rock with you. These are going to be people that want what you have. These are going to be people that believe in you. So every time you drop a new product or every time you have something new for them, these are going to be people that are ready to roll with you. Okay. So I teach you how to build that from day one. The next bonus that you're going to get, thank you so much, Brenda. The next bonus that you're going to get is my Faceless Funnel Starter Kit, okay? Because I did my first $100,000 completely faceless, I'm going to show you how to copy and paste exactly what I did. So you'll never have to be out here wondering how you're going to get sales if you're doing faceless. I'm going to show you what worked for me, okay? So the next bonus that you're going to get is my Zero Tech Website Launch Kit. You might say, well, Coach Stephanie, I don't have any tech experience. Don't worry, I didn't either. When I got started, I had no tech experience. So I went ahead and I built the system for you, okay? All you have to do is copy and paste. The last bonus that you guys are going to get included today is my Viral to Buyer Content Factory. If you guys learn the frameworks to going viral, it takes 1 viral video to put your business on the map. I have 2 viral videos on my page right now. That one of them I'm talking about God, and the next one I'm talking about my business, okay? The one where I'm talking about my business, if you click into it, you'll see thousands and thousands. I think there's like 8,000 comments right now of people asking where they can get started. Imagine 1 viral video and all of those people going to your digital product, okay? Now, I did my first 6 figures without ever going viral. So you don't have to go viral, but this is an amazing framework to know how to do. One of my students who is faceless has an IG page that he's going viral on right now, and he's not even showing his face, okay? So the last thing that I'm going to include you guys, because I want to make sure that you guys are successful, is you're going to get access to my Quick Cash Creator community and my weekly coaching, okay? So every single week, I'm going to jump on a coaching call with you, and I'm going to give you a customizable plan of action. So you're not going to be out here guessing. You're not going to get thrown into a community with thousands and thousands of people and you never get one-on-one coaching. I'm literally going to teach you what to do every single week, okay? So this is everything that you guys get included inside of my program today. And for the first 5 people, I'm going to bless with those $2,900 worth of bonuses, okay? Does anybody have any questions at all about what I talked about so far? If you do, drop it in the chat. If not, that means I did a good job explaining. Thank you so much, Yolanda. You guys, Yolanda's in my coaching. She's one of my students. So she knows today, actually, we just had a coaching call today. I was on that coaching call with every single person for 2.5 hours. I make sure that every one of you guys are taken care of, that you know exactly what you're doing week by week so you can move the needle forward in your business, okay? So let me show you guys how to get started for $0 down. And then if you guys have any questions, let me know, okay? Let me know. Let me show you 1 second how to get started, okay? So what you're going to do to get started for zero down is you're going to come up here where my face is, right up here in the corner. You're going to press on my face 1 time. Once you press on it 1 time, there's going to be a white box that pops up in the middle of the screen. Press on that white box. Then it's going to take you to my TikTok profile, okay? Inside of my TikTok profile, right here at the top, you're going to see Stan.store, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to press on this, and it's going to take you into my store. These are the 2 options that you guys have to get started today, okay? So let me show you real quick. Let me show you my face so that I could break it down. So the first option, you guys can get started for $197, okay? Every single time you make a sale on the $197 program, you're going to make $160, okay? You can get started for zero down on a PA Wyman plan. The second option that you guys have to get started is $497. Every time you make a sale with the $497, you're going to make $400, okay? So you make more with the $497 plan, and you can get started for zero down. What you're going to do is you're going to jump in on a PA Wyman plan, okay? So there's 2 options that I'm going to show you that you can get started on a plan. Most of America, you guys, I would say about 90% of America does not have $500 or $1,000 sitting in their bank account, right? So everybody gets started on a plan, okay? So you're going to jump in on a plan. Then what's going to happen is I'm going to send you an email, and you're going to get direct access to my community, and I'm going to show you what to do once you're inside the community, okay? So to get the zero down, let me show you how to do it. So once you're inside of my store, you have the 2 options, okay? Life Goes On said, so how much can one start with? So let me show you. So you're either going to jump in on the $197, okay? Every time you make a sale, you're going to get $160, okay? Start on a payment plan. If you get started on the $497, every time you make a sale, you're going to make $400. So you're going to make more with the $497, and you can get started on a payment plan, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to hit the white box, click on it. Then you're going to go all the way to the bottom. When you get to the bottom, you're going to see these plans right here. These are the ones that offer you the PA Wyman plans, okay? So right here, you have After PAY, or you have the red icon right here that says KLARNA. Okay, so you have After PAY or Klarna. Both of these will offer you a PA Wyman plan. What you're going to do is you're going to press on one of them. Okay, press on it. Then you're going to come here and hit the purchase button. Once you hit that purchase button, you guys, it's going to take you back to their platform, and they're going to offer you the plans. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. Once you press this white button, then you're going to see these plans right here pop up. Okay, and it's going to say something like $0 down and maybe $20, $30, $40 a month, okay? Most of you guys will be able to get started for $0 down. Does anybody have any questions about what I just covered right now? Let me know if you have any questions at all, okay? So for the first 5 people that jump in right now while I'm on the live, you guys are going to get the $2,900 worth of bonuses, and you're going to get my weekly coaching, okay, which is so important because you need a coach that's going to show you what to do every single week, all right? Let me know if you have any questions, you guys. For the ones that are trying to get started, go ahead and jump in right now while I'm on the live, and then come back on the live and let me know you got started so I could send you the bonuses, okay? For everybody else, for people that are on the fence right now, you're like, girl, I want to get started, but I'm on the fence. Drop a 2 in the chat. Drop a 2 in the chat. Let's talk about it, okay? Because if you never talk about what your fears are, you never talk about what your hesitations are, you're never going to be able to have that breakthrough, okay? Sweet One said 1 or 2. Okay, I got you. Yep. Life Goes On said, can someone start with $0 down? Yes. So you just have to get started on a plan. Okay. So how I just showed you, you just have to get started on a plan. Okay. Angie said 2. Good job. Thanks for telling the truth, you guys. Now let me say this. If you're not a little nervous, then it's not normal, right? I would say 100% of people are nervous. When I got started, Nancy said too, when I got started, you guys, I was so scared because I was walking away from my business, okay? I went all in and I walked away from my business and I said, this has to work or this has to work. You guys, by me getting started and taking a chance on me, not only was I able to walk away from those 15-hour days, but you guys, I was able to move into my dream home this year. I was able to move into a $900,000 house about 9 months ago, you guys, and my job that I had before I got started in entrepreneurship, the most I was making was $60,000 a year. That's the best paying job that I ever had in corporate, was $60K a year, which means I was only making $5K a month. I'm now making, because I said yes to me and learned these skills, I'm now making $30K in a month working part-time and building another business in the background. Imagine if I stayed at that dead-end job. Imagine if I stayed making a 50-cent raise every single year and they let me go. They fired me. So now we go through the cycle of jumping from job to job to job, and we're always needing to prove ourselves to get a 50-cent raise, to get a dollar raise, and we're still out here struggling as the economy is going up. I was able to retire my father this year. He's 73, you guys. He took care of 4 kids his entire life. I didn't have my mom growing up. So my dad took all 4 of us kids and said, I'll take care of them. He has worked in construction his entire life, making it by, never having more than enough, just enough to make it by and take care of 4 kids. This year, I was able to retire him. I was able to retire him and say, you'll never have to work a day in your life. All of his bills are paid because I said yes to me. What would it be like for you guys if you no longer had to punch a clock? If your job no longer dictated your future? If your job no longer dictated the amount of time that you could spend with your kids, that you could spend with your spouse, if it no longer dictated when you could take vacation? I now can work from anywhere in the world, right? I can now work from anywhere in the world, 2 hours a day, and make anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 in a day. And I love what I do. I get to impact single mamas. I get to impact people that are overworked and they're tired of going to work 10, 12 hours a day, and show them how they could become financially free. You see, we have to get out of the mindset that the only way to make an income is at these jobs when these jobs don't care about us. Okay. And digital marketing, you guys, is the lowest cost investment with the highest return. What do I mean by that? Anytime you start any other business, you're going to have to put major bank down. When I started my apparel business, I had to put $10,000 plus down. I had to buy all of the inventory. I had to buy the equipment. I had to pay for marketing. And then I had to pay for a coach before I ever got in to making a profit. I had to spend a whole lot of money, right? Gwenex said, what's the difference between the 2 levels? So the difference, thank you so much, T Grace. I appreciate you. The difference is what you're going to make on every sale. Okay. So when you jump in on the 197, every time you make a sale, you're going to make 160. Okay. When you jump in on the 497, every time you make a sale, you're going to make 400. So what I suggest is try to get approved for the plan on the 497. If you're not able to get approved for the 497 plan and you can't do that one, then jump in on the 197, okay? Because you're going to make more with the 497. So that's the only difference. For the first, thank you so much, Yolanda. For the first 5 people that jump in, you guys, somebody just jumped in, but for the first 5 people that jump in, you guys are going to get all of the bonuses, the $2,900 worth of bonuses, and my weekly coaching. So you're going to know exactly what you're doing every week. You're never going to get ghosted. I have a whole community. I can't ghost you. I can't run. We have coaching calls every single week. And how I run my coaching calls is once you log in, I call you out by name. So tonight we had about 15 people on the coaching call. Okay. Usually I have about 15, 20 to 25 people on the coaching call. I have about 170 something people in my program right now. Okay. Life Goes On said, how do I jump in? Okay, let me show you guys how to get started one more time. But what I want to say is you guys don't allow fear to dictate your future. Fear tolerated is faith contaminated. That means as long as fear is running your life, as long as you believe the lie of the enemy that you can't be successful in this, you already know what your next paycheck is going to be. You already know how your story is going to plan out because you already know what that end result is. If you jump in and you actually learn the skills to do something with your life, you're going to be able to 10x what you're doing. And you guys have a coach, a 7-figure earner. I've been able to do $1 million in the online space. You guys are going to be able to learn the skills to be able to level up your life. And listen, what God has for you guys, nobody can take it away. Every one of you guys has gifts and talents that he has given you that you can be able to learn how to multiply your income. Okay. Congratulations. I just heard somebody jump in. So for the people that asked me to show you how to get started one more time, let me show you guys how to get started one more time. And then I'm going to jump off. But let me know if you guys have any questions, okay? Drop them in the chat if you have any questions. Elisa said how. Okay, give me 1 second, love. Danny said, I think that was me. You got in, love? Hold on 1 second. Let me show them and then I'll check to see if that was you, okay? So how you guys are going to get started on a PAY Mint plan is you're going to come up here and press my face. Press it one time, okay? Let me check, Brenda. Hold on. Let me check 1 second, okay? So that's probably 3 people so far, but let me check. You're going to hit my face one time, you guys, okay? Once you hit it one time, there's going to be a box that pops up in the middle of the screen. Press that white box, okay? Then you're going to get to my TikTok profile. Inside of my profile, you're going to see Stan.store, okay? Press on this. And then you're going to see the 2 options that you could jump in on, okay? If you get started on the 197, every time you make a sale, you're going to get 160, okay? If you get started on the 497, every time you make a sale, you're going to make 400, all right? So what you're going to do, and both of them have a $0 down option, okay? So right here, you're going to press the white box, press it, and then you're going to scroll all the way to the bottom. Okay, when you get to the bottom, you're going to see after PAY or Klarna. Both of these give you the option to get started on a plan. Most people could get started for $0 down. So what you're going to do is you're going to press it. Okay, then you're going to press the purchase button right here. Hit that button. And then once you hit this button, it's not going to charge you yet. It's going to take you back to their platform where they're going to offer you the plan, the payment plan, okay? So the payment plan is going to look like this. You're going to see a couple different options where you can get started at a 12-month plan, 6-month plan, 4-month plan. Most people right here, it's going to say $0 down, and then maybe you'll have to pay like $30, $40 per month, okay? Some of you guys might get started for like $30 down, $40 down, whatever the case might be, jump in. Take a chance on you, okay? If I never took a chance on me, you guys, I still would be making $60,000 a year. If I never took a chance when God told me to start that business, you guys, I wouldn't be living in my dream house. All right. So you have to take a chance on you. It's the same thing as going to college. You're just investing in your education. Okay. Okay. So I have here, congratulations to the last 3 people that jumped in. So I have 2 more spots. Okay. You guys, I have 2 more spots available. Thank you so much, Brenda. Okay. So I'm going to say your guys' initials. Okay. Danny, I got you, love. And the third person is Brenda. Okay, so I got you guys covered. So once we get off this live, I'm going to send you guys the bonuses, okay? I just heard somebody else jump in. How to join the spot. I just showed you, love. I just showed you. I just showed you. I'm not showing again. Go to my profile on TikTok, Omer, and click on the LINK and you'll jump in there, okay? Congratulations to the last person that just jumped in. What's gonna happen next is you guys are gonna get an email from me, okay? That email is gonna have 2 links inside of it. Inside of that email, you're gonna have 2 links to join my community. Once you click on that link, let me show you inside of my community what you're gonna see, because I want you guys to be able to get started, okay? I want you to get up and running within 24 hours. So let me show you inside of the community. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, love. How you doing, beautiful? I didn't even see you jumped on. Okay, so inside of my community, when you guys get that email from me, you're going to have 2 links. This is one of my communities, okay? This one has 171 people in it. I have 2 other communities, probably a total of about 3,000 people in my communities, okay? So once you get in here, you see this first post right here? It's pinned at the top, okay? It says if you're new, start here, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this button right here, and you're going to follow these steps, okay? Read this right here, and then you're going to start going through these steps right here. This is going to tell you exactly what to do until our next coaching call, okay? When we get on our next coaching call, it's going to be Thursday. I have my next coaching call, and then I'll show you guys what to do from there. But you guys should be able to get up and running within 24 hours, okay? If you guys get into the community and you go through those steps and you still have questions before our next coaching call on Thursday, just send me a message inside the community. I'm inside of my community once or twice a day, okay? I can't wait either, Brenda. I can't wait to help you, love. So just let me know if you guys have questions, okay? So for everybody else that is trying to get started right now, do you guys need me to wait? Drop wait in the chat if you need me to wait. One of the most frequently asked questions that I get asked, you guys, is, well, Coach Stephanie, what if I don't know what to create, right? I'm new to the digital marketing space. What if I don't know what to create? Congratulations. That's okay. You don't need to know what to create because I'm going to teach you exactly what to do, right? You have multiple ways to make income inside of my program. Number 1, you can resell my program and get 80% commission. So if you're one of those people that are like, I'm not ready to create my own digital product just yet, that's okay. I have a done for you program that you can sell. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2, I teach you how to create your own digital product. So if you want to create a faith-based product, if you want to create, maybe you're inside of the relationship niche, or maybe you're inside of the health and fitness niche, right? Maybe you like going to the gym. If you like going to the gym, y'all, I need to link up with you because I need to lose about 30 pounds this year. User said, are all 5 spaces filled up? I think I have one left. Life Goes On said, I joined. Let me see, love. I think I have one spot left. Hold on one second. What's your initials? Life Goes On. I don't see you here. I don't see that you joined. What you want to do is, if you guys are trying to get started on a PA Wyman plan, thank you, beautiful. Thank you so much. If you guys want to get started on a PA Wyman plan, sometimes it looks like you went all the way through. Hey, Justins, sometimes it looks like it went all the way through. And what they're going to do is they're going to send you a verification code to your email. Make sure you check your email. Okay. If you check your email, they probably sent you a code, but you'll get a receipt if it went all the way through and it hasn't gone through yet. So I still have one spot left, you guys. Is it USA and Canada only? So the payment plans are only inside of the United States. This program is global. I have people in South Africa. I have people in Australia in my program. I have people in Canada in my program. But to get started, you'll have to pay full price because they don't let us have any payment plans for anybody outside the United States, unfortunately. So you'll just have to pay in full, okay? But jump in and get started, you guys. With your first sale, you pretty much make your investment back. And then every sale after that for life, you guys are going to get 80 to 100% profit. Okay. So besides that first way that I said that you can make money, I'm going to teach you how to create your own digital products too. Okay. So if you want to create your own products, I'm going to teach you how to use AI to create your own digital products. Okay. AD said, what is full price? So you have 2 options, okay? You can get started for $197 or you can get started for $497. Those are the 2 options. If you get started on the $197, every sale that you make, you'll make $160. Okay. If you get started on the $497, every sale that you make, you'll make $400. All right. So you make more with the $497 program. But if you can't get approved for a plan on the $497, at least jump into the $197. And when you start making those $10,000 months, you guys, then you can upgrade later. Okay. So just jump in on one of them. So that's basically, you guys, everything that I have for you guys today. I appreciate everybody. Hey, King Moolah, how you doing, love? I appreciate everybody that has jumped on. I hope you guys were empowered, impacted, uplifted. I hope you guys realize that you do not have to stay in the same box that society has put you in. I hope you realize that God has an abundant life waiting for you, that you don't allow the world to dictate your future. Whatever God has promised to you, you have to go after it, right? Faith without works is what? DEAD. Come on now, somebody. If you sit here and think that you're just waiting on God, you're just waiting on your season, which a lot of Christians say, and that's a cliche statement. I love my Christians. I'm a Christian. Don't come for me, okay? But I got to keep it real with you, because the longer you wait on God to wave a magic wand and to make everything better, and you're begging for a blessing, the longer you're going to wait. You have to take action. He's giving you the ability. The Bible says that he's given us the ability to get wealth. He's given us the wisdom to get wealth, but we have to apply it, okay? How long will it take you to learn to do your own digital product? Great question. So I can have you up and running within 24 hours. 24 hours. So inside of my program, thank you guys. Inside of my program, I teach you how to use AI. So basically how it works, right? When you get inside and you want to create your own digital product, my system, my software is going to ask you a series of 5 questions, okay? And the 5 questions that my software is going to ask you is, number 1, what experience do you have in your life? Like, what is it that you've done in your career? Okay. And it's going to get that information from you. Then it's going to ask you, what are your passions? Okay. Thank you so much, love. It's going to ask you, what are your passions? What are you passionate about? Are you passionate about raising kids? Are you passionate about God? Are you passionate about health and fitness? Are you passionate about teaching people about wealth? Okay. Then the next thing it's going to ask you is, what do people come to you and ask for advice? Because what it's trying to figure out is what niche is going to be profitable for you and what digital product that it can teach you how to create that will be profitable. Once you answer those questions, my AI software is going to do a deep market research, okay? It's going to validate your digital product. It's going to show you how to actually create it, and for all of my non-techies out there, it's also going to create the digital product for you, okay? Thank you so much, love. It's also going to create it for you. Now, you don't even have to have Canva skills, because after it teaches you how to create the digital product, it's also going to design it for you. So it will literally do everything from A to Z. You just have to answer the questions and do what it tells you to do, okay? What type of AI do you use, if you don't mind me asking? That's a secret. That's inside of my program, love. You got to get in. You got to get in. But it's super simple, okay? My software does deep market research. It teaches you about ebooks, and it teaches you, what's the third thing? It teaches you how to write it out, because a lot of people, thank you so much. A lot of people don't know how to format it properly. A lot of people don't know how to put it together. It does all of that for you, okay? You just got to jump in. You got to have faith and jump in, okay? So I'm getting ready to get off, you guys. For everybody that is trying to get in right now, you guys have 1 hour to get in before I close it out for tonight, okay? You can still get the bonuses, the $2,900 worth of bonuses. You will get my weekly coaching, but you got to get inside the program. All you have to do is have belief. I could sit here and preach until I'm blue in the face, and y'all, I could preach. I will sit here and preach all day long, but it does no good if you don't believe in yourself. Because if I were to talk you into it, hey, Lydia, if I were to talk you into it, then I'm going to have to talk you into doing the work, right? Thank you so much. I'm going to have to talk you into doing the work, and I don't roll like that. My students know that I'm going to give you every tool that you need to be successful. I'm going to teach you how to make your first 10,000. I'm going to teach you how to make your first 20,000. I'm going to teach you exactly what God has showed me, exactly all of the coaching that I've invested in. I have spent $80,000 in my own coaching, you guys, meaning I spent this money in my own coaching. Hold on one second, you guys. It's asking me to verify. Okay. It's asking me to verify, you guys. But I have spent $80,000 in my own coaching. Okay. So that means that I have invested into myself and I have gotten into rooms where multi-7-figure earners are to learn what I've learned. But I started right where you guys were at. When I started, I was broke. I got fired from my corporate job. I had an eviction notice on my door, but God said, Stephanie, I need you to start a business. And I obeyed. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no idea he was going to get me to $750,000 my first year in business. I did it scared like a lot of you guys. I did it with no experience, but I did understand this one thing. If I'm obedient to what God is telling me to do, he's going to take care of the rest. You don't have to have it all figured out. All he's telling you to do is to take step A. When you step out onto step A, he's going to get you to step B. When you get to step B, he's going to get you to step C. He's not going to take you from A to Z. It doesn't work like that. You have to take that first step. Then he backs you. Then you're obedient and you take that next step and he backs you until you got from A to Z. You look back over your life and you're like, how in the world did I get here? Okay. My most I've ever made it a salary in a job, you guys, $60,000 as a single mama. Struggling, asking God I'm faithful, asking God I tithe, asking God when am I going to get my break? And he finally gave me the wisdom I've been telling you all along to start a business. This is where he starts to work with you, okay? When you're thrown in the fire, he begins to prune you. He begins to show you all of the things that you need to do and all of the places that he's going to pull back all of the dead weight, all of the things that he's trying to do to get you to where he needs you to go. But you got to have faith in you. I have faith in you. God's got a plan. You just got to believe it yourself. All right. Okay. So everybody that has gotten started, everybody that has jumped in, give me about 15 minutes. I'm going to send out the emails and the bonuses. Okay. And if any of you guys are having trouble, maybe you didn't get approved for the payment plan, send me a DM. I have about 3 different options that you guys can try. Sometimes you won't get approved for Afterpay or Klarna, but there's another 3 or 4 different options that I could send to you. Okay. So send me a DM. All right. Last thing I'm going to say is be safe. There are fake pages of me, SCAMMERSs, that are on this live right now, that have been on the live the entire time waiting for me to get off live. Fake pages that are going to DM you and they're going to try to take you to Telegram and WhatsApp. That is not me. Those are fake pages. I don't do Bitcoin. I don't do crypto. Okay. I will never take you off of TikTok. So be safe. I don't want you guys out here getting taken advantage of. Okay. So if that happens, just block them. Okay. I appreciate you guys. You guys have a blessed rest of your night. To everybody that got started, congratulations. And I will see you inside of my community. Okay. For everybody else, you have 1 hour to get started.